Okay, so please welcome Sylvia Soto, who is the Republican nominee for House District 124. Welcome, Sylvia.
Yes, thank you very much for being here today, and good morning. My name is Sylvia Soto, and I'm running for State Representative District 124. Gracias a todos ustedes por estar aquí esta mañana. Mi nombre es Sylvia Soto y estoy corriendo para representar el Distrito 124 aquí en San Antonio. As a teacher and a lifelong advocate, I am here to support my community. When elected, I will be the first woman born in San Antonio to represent the West Side. Cuando elegida, voy a ser la primera mujer nacida en San Antonio para representar el West Side de San Antonio. My parents are immigrants from Mexico. They came here. My dad's a construction worker. So I have a lot of experience with small business and understand the needs of our community. Mi papá es inmigrante de México, construcción es lo que él hacía y sé muchas necesidades de nuestra comunidad. San Antonio is the third least economically advantaged city in the nation. San Antonio es el distrito más pobre, tercero en la nación. And in my district on the west side, we have zip code 78207, which is the least economically advantaged zip code in the whole entire city. So este distrito también tiene el codo zonal, que es más pobre de toda la ciudad. This should not be happening in our city. This should not be where our children and where education is not being prioritized in our community. Our schools are closing. There's a lot of crime within our district. Recently, about 2 years ago, there was actually a drive-by shooting at Lackland Air Force Base, which is located in District 124. We have floods, and our homelessness has drastically increased. Hay mucha gente que no tiene donde vivir, and they're in the streets. It breaks my heart every time I drive by our community and I see our homeless community going under bridges and trying to shelter from the rain, from the sun. This is not acceptable. Muchas veces miramos nuestra gente que está corriendo abajo de cualquier lugar en el sol y cuando está lloviendo. This is not acceptable. So we must create change for our community, and it must be done now. This section of our city has been overlooked for far too long. Por mucho tiempo, esta ciudad no la han ayudado. As a lifelong resident of San Antonio, I've seen the changes, and our community needs the assistance, but also to be acknowledged for the disparity. My district is off of Highway 90, and it goes all the way from Highway 90 in Zarzamora to 1604 and 90. So it's very different from one side to the other side, and you see the drastic need. So es diferente de un lado de otro, y se necesita mucha ayuda. So there are three priorities that I'm focusing on for this election. The first will be our schools. We need to provide quality education for our children. As a teacher, I will always advocate for education of our children. The children are our future. They will be the future leaders. They will be the people that govern our community, that will be taking care of us when we become 70 or 80 years old. Estos niños y la educación que ellos tienen van a ser la gente que los van a cuidar a nosotros. We must ensure, even for ourselves, it's a benefit for all, that our children have a good quality education. The second is to eliminate property taxes for seniors 62 and over so they can stay in their homes and not have to move in with children or have their homes taken away and be sold on their Bexar County steps. And this contributes to homelessness. No necesitamos a la gente de mayor edad que no tengan sus casas por los impuestos de sus casas y que estén moviéndose con sus niños o que estén vendiendo sus casas aquí en la corte de Bexar County. They deserve to live in dignity without having to choose over whether to buy medication, food, or paying for their home. A true story, I was actually campaigning at the Wolf Center, and there was a couple that left their job. Second job, by the way. Gentleman was 80 years old, his wife was also, in her 70s, and the man told me this. He said, I'm going to have to work until I die to pay my property taxes. That is unacceptable. Now, the property taxes for the people on the west side are very high for their income. We're looking at minimum wage income, $10 an hour, if we calculate that. With the current property taxes scaled to increase by 6%, this is just going to cause this problem to get worse. Now, I will try to focus on one thing that that they talked about, the city taxes not being raised for 30 years. Los impuestos que no lo han subido por 30 años. Now, maybe our city hasn't increased our taxes, but our county has increased the value of the property, which has increased the taxes. So that's not together all true, because the people keep on seeing their bill going high. And even if we have a cap, which we've increased to 200,000, and we keep on increasing, the taxes will just rise due to the value. Now, we see what the value is, right? We see these houses, they're 100, that they bought them, like people tell me, I bought it for 15,000, now it's worth 300,000. Is it really, or is that just an assessed value given to the property, and also that bill goes to the property owner, which is, there's no profit on those on that property yet, they haven't sold it, but yet they gotta pay that taxation on that. So this is what our people on the west side and throughout San Antonio and Bexar County have to deal with. Also, there's gonna be an increase from CPS Energy of 40%, and also San Antonio water system. So we have all three of those increases here in our city. And we can at least support our seniors and keep them in their homes. The third, of course, will be public safety. Making sure that our communities feel safe for our children and our elderly community. Siempre voy a soportar una comunidad donde la gente se siente segura. You know, I spoke to a voter, to a resident, and she told me, I can't even go outside and walk my dog because she's afraid of what will happen to her. So she stays caged into her home, not being able to go outside. So una señora que yo conocí me dijo, no puedo salir para afuera porque me da miedo para caminar su perro. So this is just the changes and the issues, and I welcome anyone and everyone to come and visit our area, to come to Las Palmas. I'm also a friend of the library, the vice president of that organization on Las Palmas Library. We have a lot of community events for kids, for the elderly community. We just had a bingo loteria, which is really fun. And we'd like to welcome the people of our community to come out and have fun. We also had a dance during Mother's Day, and just really fun events to get the community engaged. But these are the types of events that we have to support our community. But change has to come as well to ensure that we eliminate property taxes for seniors. We support public safety, because not only does it help people feel safe, it creates business. The one issue that I hear every single time when I go to I'll go to a taco stand and ask people, people, the business community around there, and one gentleman told me, you know what's affecting my business? It's the crime rate. People are afraid to come at night and get the tacos at 12 midnight, 11 o'clock, they have a little taco truck and they set up crime. So that's gonna help bring in the businesses with a decrease in crime, but also protect our students and also our elderly community so they can feel safe. So those are my three priorities for this election. And of course, thank you very much for being here today. I always tell people, my name is Sylvia Soto, voto por Soto, for District 124. I said not 1, 2, 3, but 1, 2, 4. Voto por Soto, Vallecito 124.
And your social media, your website?
My social media is going to be my name, Sylvia Soto, sylviasoto.com.
One question over here.
Yes.
Sylvia, who's the incumbent?
The incumbent right now currently is Josie Garcia.
And running again?
Yes.
Okay, so you're running against, her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Can I ask one? Oh,
Quick.
go ahead.
Every political parties have ratings as to what any given legislative district has regarding, the, preponderance of legislative difficulty. So some districts are rated Democrat +3, Democrat +7. What is your particular district rated as?
Yes, thank you for the question, I appreciate that. So this is one of the only state districts that's completely inner city. There are some that have little parts of the outer city or out of San Antonio. So this is a complete inner city district, starting from Zarzamora 90, all the way to 1604 inside 90, which is all the west side of San Antonio, including Lackland Air Force Base, the food bank, Northwest Vista College, SeaWorld, and all of Edgewood District, Kennedy High School,
So
all of that.
what's the rating?
All of that district. So as we know, the rating in San Antonio, of course, is blue, right? It is Democrat, and
How much so?
it's a high percentage. Right now, last time, I will say this district, the last election that we had, it was a 70-30 district, and I raised it up by about 7 points, which is 17%, to a 39-60.
How do you intend to overcome that?
So, and I was told because of the ratings, because it's not leaning red and it's not already winnable, I'm an optimist and I'm a worker. And I'm from San Antonio, born and raised here. I'm the only candidate that has that credential. I am a late elector of Mission San Jose, and I have not only started now, but I've been in the community since I was 5 years old. I've been advocating, and that's why I got a lot of support, because I actually go out to the community, I volunteer, I help out, I talk to the voters, I block walk myself. I'm truly full grassroots campaign. But I actually go out and talk to the people, and I've been doing this my whole entire life. I was also a congressional intern 10 years ago, Republican congressional intern as well. And I have 6 higher level degrees, to include a bachelor's in biology. I have 3 business degrees, and I also have my education degree as well, my master's in education and administration as well. So I go out, I talk to the people, I see their concerns, and volunteer, help out our homeless community, help out our students. I'm also a staff ombudsman with the state of Texas, so I actually visit our senior centers and volunteer a lot with us. I love seniors.
Sylvia, I'm getting one other question here from David.
That's how I would,
Thank you.
just with my advocacy, yeah.
Very quick, Sylvia, I know you're just figuring out all the tax strategy that you're talking about, which I love, by the way. Obviously, because it goes right in line with what. But the question is,
Yeah.
how much reduction of tax inflow would be caused, or how much would be eliminated, that revenue, if you went through with that strategy of seniors not paying property tax?
So right now, the seniors already get a high tax cut because
Right,
of the
'cause they-
200 increase, the
Yes.
$200,000 increase. So a lot of our seniors do. As a matter of fact, I spoke to one of my seniors, and he told me that she told me that she only pays $360, for her taxes, which seems low. But she says, understand that I still don't have enough money to pay for it.
Yeah.
So a lot of our seniors are either exempt, or they have that 200,000 homestead exemption.
Right.
So that's why I'm focusing on seniors,
Yeah,
because, I know Governor Abbott wants to do everyone, and I'm in agreement with that, but the reason I focus on seniors, because it's also tied to our school funding, right?
but you're
So-
talking all property taxes, not just school taxes.
Yes.
Yeah, see, he's
So-
talking
right.
a lot about school taxes. but
Right,
yes.
so, and then the reason I say it, because even if you owe $300, they'll take your house.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
And it's been done, so that's why I focus on that part, but
But do you know how much total dollars wouldn't be coming into the coffers if you went ahead with that? Like how much?
I
how
mean,
much
the
the
amount
county
is not
gonna
gonna
lose?
be, of course, there's gonna be a less amount of money.
Good.
But we also have
I
to
mean, that's
focus,
good.
we also have to focus on expenditures to make sure that we're spending our money wisely. So every time we do a budget cut or, an income statement or any kind of statement, which means like you have to look at the allocated funds to a business, you wanna look at where the money's being spent, but also where it needs to be cut. So yes, there will be less revenue coming in,
Right, which I would expect. I'm just wondering, have you
but then we
dimensionalized?
have to also make sure that, that we're allocating the funds accordingly, because it is taxpayer money
Yeah.
and our seniors deserve to stay in their homes.
Well, the question is how much money?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll come back to that. Sylvia, so thank you very much
Yeah,
for
yeah.
joining us, and wish you best on your race. House District.